It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to episode 19 of the DFC podcast. I'm audioreborn, and today it's just me and Krakenfall. I guess No Face forgot or fell asleep. I honestly couldn't tell you. He's usually pretty on point. So I've been gone for a week or 2 weeks. I just got some things going on in my personal life right now. But I'm really glad to be back. These guys behind the scenes, they've been supporting me and talking to me and just trying to make sure that I'm okay. I really appreciate it. I really wanted to say thank you for being so understanding and being cool about it.
It's glad to have you back.
Thanks, man. So let's get down to business here. So what have we been playing this week?
So I almost logged into Destiny. I didn't. I haven't played any Overwatch, which I was expecting to. I don't know. I've been super busy at work, but I did start Monster Hunter World on Xbox One, so that was
cool.
That was nice. I am having some difficulty.
Yeah, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, it's not okay. So it's not difficult. Like, the game isn't difficult fundamentally. It's just
right. It's overwhelming.
The UI design is terrible. Yeah. The introduction to the mechanics is terrible.
They don't tell you anything.
Well, they do and they don't. There's so much text, and it's like, there are way better ways to introduce you to game mechanics than text. Like, they have guided tutorials. Anyway, I'm not gonna rant about it, because then Ronan's gonna come talk to me and try and help me enjoy the game better. And I've sent the wrong message already, because, like, so far I'm enjoying it. I'm playing the Insect Glaive, which I really like because it has vertical mobility, and I can jump up above monsters and get away. So when they leap at me or like try to ram me, I just jump out of the way and go somewhere else, and I get to mount them and attack them from the top, trying to topple them. So that's been pretty fun. Haven't played too much. I think I played maybe 6 hours so far, which is mostly introductory stuff. Otherwise, I got Polybridge on Steam, and that was really fun. It's kind of difficult.
That's what I heard.
I mean, it's like, I understand the basics of bridge building, not bridge building in real life, but like I understand like how materials can have, different stress limits and stuff like that. It's not even that complicated, but I don't know. It's just, I get impatient, and rather than like thinking of the best design, I'm just like, okay, well, if I put this here, put this here, put this here, go. I failed. Put this here, put this here, put this here, go. I failed. Like, I got to the first jump, and I'm just like, I've done this like 18 times. I don't know what's going on. I guess I just need to get good.
Yeah. Anything else?
No. That's pretty much it this week. It's been a short week.
So, for the past couple of weeks have been pretty eventful, but I haven't really sat down and just played like one game. Like, I've just kind of been playing where I can, but I've mostly been playing on the Switch. So I got some other games, and I got some indie games as well. So for the indie game, actually I'll start the indie games last. So for the main games that I got Mario Odyssey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's a great game. And also Mario Kart 8. That's a lot of fun, and it's actually the first game that I've gotten that I can actually play it with my daughter. She's 5.
Oh, nice.
And she knows to just keep driving, but she's like, "Oh, I won." I'm like, "Yeah, you won," but she really didn't. But whatever, we'll let her win. Whatever. But yeah, man, yeah. And my wife bought this game we still haven't even opened it yet. It's called Sniffer Clips.
I love that game.
Do you really? Because I don't know, man. I'm like, yeah, let's play this game, and then my wife is like, I don't feel like it. I really want to play it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't opened it yet. It's still sitting on the shelf. But
so do you know the basic mechanic of it?
Yeah, I did a little research before I came to her about it because my wife doesn't really play video games.
Sure.
And I kind of try to get her. I try to get her involved, but it's just it's one of those things that's going to take some time. But anyways, I got a couple of indie games as well. I got Stardew Valley on the Switch, which is fun. And I got this game and I started playing it, and it reminded me of you.
Oh yeah.
And yes, it's called Dungeon. It just came out like last week on the 8th, and basically it's like an 8-bit 4-person. It's a couch co-op, and it's a dungeon crawler. And what's cool about it is each time you start, every dungeon is different, so it's randomly generated. And it basically you hop from room to room to room, and they just keep getting harder and harder and harder. And okay. I highly recommend playing this with other people, because I've been trying to play this by myself, and I can only make it to like the 6th room.
Okay.
And that's it. But it's one of those games. It's like once you die, that's it. You lose everything. You have to start all over again.
Oh, that reminds me of oh crap, what's the name?
Cuphead?
No, not Cuphead. Because Cuphead's not randomly generated.
Well, I mean, like, just the fact that you lose everything and you just have to start all over.
Yeah. Cuphead, you don't really necessarily have that happen. But there's a game that I played in college, right my senior year, or my last year of college. And it was just like this. You don't even play it at full screen. It was just this like a 8-bit isometric dungeon crawler game that once you die, you're like dead.
And this is one of the games that, like, because I know Nintendo's coming out with something later this year for their online gaming to kind of make it better. And I kind of hope that the developers, or I hope this game gets some traction, and the developers, kind of add like an online multiplayer so you can team up with other people.
Yeah, Realm of the Mad God.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Realm of the Mad God is the game I was thinking of. It's kind of what that reminded me of.
I've never heard of it.
It's
But
but as far as the dungeon game, that sounds like, I don't know if you watch Adventure Time, but there's an episode where they essentially do that. Where they're just dungeon crawling. They're just new dungeon.
Yes.
New dungeon. Like every room is a new. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, but on Xbox, I've been playing a little bit of Destiny this week, just because I know the update is coming out, and there's a couple of certain weapons that I've been looking for, and I just wanted to make sure that I have those weapons when the update comes out. I think they're going to be really good. But I downloaded Fortnite on my Xbox.
Nice.
And I had never played it before, but I've seen a lot of people play it, and it's all right. I don't know. I'm not really like into that kind of stuff. I just wanted to see what all the hype was about.
Yeah, but, it's fun to play with people.
Yeah.
When you're not playing with people, you just have to be okay with dying a lot. Otherwise, I don't know. I enjoy it. I just don't play it for hours and hours.
Yeah. But other than that, that's pretty much it for me. So
cool.
Yeah. All right. So on to the news here. So we have two updates from Bungie this week. We have the developers roadmap, and we also have the weekly update, or the TWAB, that came out this week. And they kind of go hand in hand a little bit. So we'll start with the TWAB first. The only real big news from this is faction rallies start on Tuesday, and they go up to reset the following week. But for faction rallies, I really like New Monarchy. And I don't know about you, Kraken, but do you a Future War Cult?
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, but I have this thing where just like everybody, because last faction rally, everybody was trying to pledge Future War Cult to get them to win, and they still didn't win. So now I just start calling it the Future War Cult charity event. So.
That's great. I love that. That is so great.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't
Yeah.
won yet, so it's like the Future
Yeah, I
War
know.
Cult anti-charity.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Those bastards. Yeah. But yeah, so faction rallies are this week, and your weapons of choice. Sorry, let me scroll up here. So it looks like they gave Future War Cult and Dead Orbit snipers, and they gave New Monarchy a grenade launcher. And I have a feeling that they kind of switched the weapons up, so maybe like people will pledge Future War Cult. Maybe they'll win for the weapon, but
Because grenade launchers suck, so they're like, if you vote New Monarchy, you're gonna get a grenade launcher.
You're right. But other than that, I mean that was pretty much it for the weekly update. But this will be the last faction rally for season 2. After this one, you won't see another one until I believe it's season 3, which starts in April. Does it start in April? April. It was April or May. I can't remember.
I think it's May.
Yeah.
So it'll be a while.
And then there's the developer roadmap. The developer roadmap. So we have an update that comes out on the 27th of March. The only change that they made was apparently there was a bug with the heroic strike modifiers, and they're going to be postponing that update. Well, that particular thing until I believe it's in May. So other than that, we're still going to be getting all of the PvE buffs. I believe there's a update in mobility as well. I don't really have all that in front of me, but I mean, that's pretty much what everybody's looking forward to. I don't think there were any real big things on that.
Yeah.
Let me check real quick. So March 27th, just for people that don't know, you're getting a weapon ability sandbox change. Iron Banner is going to be 6v6. You get the weekly Crucible playlist, which there's going to be a rotation on that. They're going to be doing Rumble. I believe it's Rumble, Iron Banner, and here we go. It's Rumble. First week is Rumble. Next week is Mayhem. Next week is Iron Banner. And then it's just rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And of course, there's going to be faction rallies in there as well. And all right, so after that, we're going to be getting a Crucible ammo gameplay tuning. There's going to be penalties for quitting Crucible games. I believe that's going to be for competitive as well. Exotic repetition, Nightfall, unique rewards for Nightfall strikes, and then apparently the companion app is getting where you getting an option to where you can view what the vendors in the tower have as well. And then season 3 starts in May. So
okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the developers update. So all right. So normally we have other things to talk about, I guess, like as far as D2, but right now D2 it's kind of stale.
Yeah, we've
not a whole lot going on.
We've covered a lot of what is going on in the last podcast with the whole March 27th sandbox update. There's a lot of cool things that, I mean, they might be cool happening to the sandbox. Otherwise, I mean, beyond that, we've pretty much covered. There's not much more going on.
Yeah, and if you for those of you listening, if you're interested in what we have to say, you can go to our YouTube channel and you can just scroll down for the past couple episodes. I believe last week's episode was pretty lengthy, and I'm pretty sure that Frick and Odd and Ronan had a lot to say. So yeah, just go ahead and check that out. So and I believe there's one more thing to add. I believe, and also in May, they're going to be showing off the second DLC, which has something to do with Mars. But
right. Yeah, there was a leak, but we aren't even sure if that was a thing. We talked about it in previous podcasts, but I think we should just wait till we see what actually is going to come out for the trailer.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for D2 news for this week. So I guess we'll talk about something else. What kind of media have you consuming besides video games?
Well, I don't know. I watch a lot of stuff, listen to a lot of stuff. I've just found a bunch of new YouTube channels that I like. Um, there's this one called In Love with a Robot, or no, In Love with a Ghost. It's just an electronic artist that they post their videos with some nice um, art, but it's like electronic music. I don't remember. I don't know all the different genres of electronic yet. Like I've just been focusing the last couple of years on just like listening and seeing what's out there. And I don't really like I just put on an album or a radio station and I'll just listen. And if I like something, I'll save it. And so I'm not quite. I mean, I really like electronic music, but I guess I'm not to the point of having listened to so much that I go through and like start classifying and like, okay, this is house, this is EDM. I mean, like
Yeah.
this is electronica, this is chill step, this is et cetera, et cetera. I kind of loosely know them, just not well enough to feel confident about talking to them. But this one is pretty good. I would recommend going out and checking that one out. There's another.
I'll have to do that. I'm really big on like looking up new stuff. So
Oh, cool. Let me give you that link. Maybe we can post it in the
Yeah.
description or something. But
yeah, absolutely.
there's another channel I found that just goes out and gets interfaces, like electronic interfaces, and messes
Uh-huh.
around with them in a video. Like they just start recording and then they edit it afterwards and then play the song that they made during that session at the end
Oh,
of
that's
the
cool.
video. Yeah, it's called Red Means Recording.
That sounds familiar.
It is awesome. I love it. And they're using really expensive equipment. Like some of them are
Right.
just like really small interfaces that, have like a MIDI recorder. I don't know all the names of the equipment yet. I will eventually. Like it's got um, sequencers and not amps, but anyway, compressors and all that crap.
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, I know
I'm
what you're talking
learning.
about, man.
I'm
I got
learning.
you. No,
But
that's cool, man. That's a
um,
lot.
yeah, they're really good. That that uh, that channel is really good. Um, Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, I don't watch movies that often, but I'm trying to get more into it. I watched Coco the other day. That was
Yo,
fantastic. I
I
love.
watched that last night with my
It's
family.
great.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
It was so
I
good,
was
and like,
surprised.
and it's cool because it's like, I love music, man. That's like my shit, man. That's like my blood.
Yeah,
And then like, I really like the Hispanic culture. And my wife is Hispanic, her family's Hispanic, and it's just like, I like it,
right. Well, and I love. I don't know because like I don't. I guess just it seems like a lot of people aren't really exposed to that, even though we have tons and tons of um I don't know. We don't have that culture, especially like in Texas and stuff. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah,
It, it
yeah,
it
and
it was great. It was nice to see. I like learning more about the Day of the Dead, even though that's probably not a good source to learn about that stuff. But
no, actually, that movie kind of nailed it. I mean, that's what the Day of the Dead is. I
right,
mean, that's how they celebrate it.
yeah,
I
okay,
mean, yeah, I mean, that was, I mean, but yeah, man, I watched that last night with my family. I really loved it a lot.
yeah.
Had a lot of good laughs. And my daughter, she liked it too. She watched it again today. I was like, all right, well,
Be prepared to watch that
but
another 40 times if she's 5.
oh no, we redboxed that movie. I
Oh,
I
good,
didn't
good.
buy
You're
it.
smart.
yeah,
That's really smart.
yeah. but
What about you?
oh me, oh boy, yeah. So I've been uh I've been watching a lot of TV show. Like I'm trying to catch up on a lot of things because like my Netflix queue is just it's ridiculous. Netflix and Hulu and I had this. I went through this string of listening to a lot of podcasts and it was mainly a lot of like Destiny podcasts. And I'm just like, I do a podcast and it's just like about Destiny. It's just like I just kind of stopped listening to it. But anyways, I got sidetracked there for
Yeah.
a second. But
I'll get you.
Netflix, man, I just been just finishing up a lot of shows lately. I watched The Crown. I don't know if you've seen.
Did you watch the whole thing?
That's really good.
I'm like halfway through season 2. I don't know. It's just like it's got this nice pacing where it's like not mind-numbingly boring, and it's got enough of like British culture that it's interesting, at least to me, because it's 1950s British culture.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like history. I like social study, I guess. But anyway, it's fascinating. So like I'll turn it on, watch an episode, and I'll get hooked, and I'll watch like another episode, and then I won't watch it for a week. And then I was like, I've got nothing to do. I'll watch another episode, and then I watch like 3 episodes, and then I don't know. It's weird. I like that show.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah. So I finished that show, and then I watched one called Frontier. It's got Jason Momoa.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
know if you don't know who Jason Momoa is. He was he's in Justice League. He's Aquaman, but he was also in Game of Thrones.
Khal
as
Drogo.
that big Dothraki dude in the first season.
Yep.
But yeah, it was all right. I didn't really care for it that much, but yeah, even though I sat through 2 seasons of it. But anyways, because I'm the kind of guy. It's like if I started, I got to finish it. So
Yeah. That's respectable.
But yeah, and I watched a couple of Netflix shows. I just watched this one called it's called Everything Sucks. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a 1990s, not really a sitcom. So just to give you some context, if are you familiar with a show called oh fuck, what is that show? Damn, I can't think of it now. Oh, thank you, baby. It's called Freaks and Geeks. Have you seen that?
No, I mean I didn't have cable in the 90s, so I didn't watch much more than PBS.
Yeah, I mean, I did.
I've heard of it though.
Yeah. Okay. So if you don't know what Freaks and Geeks is, it's a 90s show. Basically, like a lot of like comedians that are really popular now. That's where they came from, and it was like this real, like dramatic teenage high school life show. And it's kind of one of those shows that has the show Firefly, like a thing to it where it's like you had like one season and they didn't make anything else. But that one season was just fucking amazing. It was so good, and it was raw, and it was deep, and it's really good. Like if you lived in the 90s, like if you're my age and you lived in the 90s, you'd be like, fuck, yeah, I remember that shit. Like, but that's such a good show. Anyways, Netflix has the show called Everything Sucks. It's basically like Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah.
Like that esque type show.
That feel.
And
yeah.
But it has and it's got like they took that show and they kind of modernized it, but kept it in the 90s a little bit. Like the things that you would normally put in like a show now, they kind of did that. They kind of hit on the like like in the 90s, the taboo of like, oh, if somebody found out I'm a lesbian, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, the worst person in the world. And now, if you're a lesbian, it's like, oh, cool, congratulations, you're happy, whatever. But yeah, but anyways, it's a really good show.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend you watch it.
Cool.
It's so good. And it's one of those shows there's only one season. It's like 10, maybe 11 episodes. And the episodes are only 30 minutes. But I'm the type of person that, like, if I'm not interested, I won't sit and watch it. Like, it's just, but it's one of the shows, and I don't normally binge either, but I literally sat there and I watched probably 7.5 episodes in one sitting, in one evening, and that never happens. That's a really good show. And it's just the way that it flows, the way the episodes flow, it just, it doesn't feel like you're sitting there watching it like, oh fuck, I'm done with this episode, I got this many more to go. Like it's just everything just flows.
Yeah.
Like great, and it's such a good show. Anyways, I'm done talking about it. I thought it was a really good show.
That's a great feeling. What's the name of it again?
It's called Everything Sucks.
Everything Sucks. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I just finished watching that, and then I watched another show with my wife. It's on. It's actually on Hulu. It's a Comedy Central show, and fuck, I can't remember. Oh, it's called Broad City.
I haven't heard of it.
You haven't heard of it?
No.
That shit's hilarious. You should watch that.
Okay.
That shit is so funny. It's these two girls. They're probably in their mid-20s, and they live in New York, but they're like broke as fuck. And like it's just the stuff that they do while they're in New York. It's just hilarious. If you saw some of it, you'd be like, "Oh, okay." You've probably seen some of it, like a clip somewhere,
Yeah.
or like a meme, or like a lot of memes came from that show.
I'm sure I have.
Like picture, yeah. But yeah, that's it for like TV shows. But as far as movies go, I haven't really, besides Coco, I haven't really watched a whole lot.
What movies do you want to see?
Movies that I want to watch? Oh shit, that's tough, man. That's a very large question.
Okay. I
don't want to get into that, but I finally watched the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie on Netflix. It's okay. They kind of wrapped it up, which I think they should have just left it at the third movie and then done. But you know, yeah. But and as far as music goes, like I said, man, I consume a lot of media through the week. Like if I'm out, like if I'm not like doing something, I'm listening to music or whatever. I always got something going on. But I've been listening to a lot of music lately. Just kind of like listening to things that I don't normally listen to. I don't know if you know what like J-pop is or K-pop is.
Yeah.
Okay, well there's this Japanese metal band, and I don't know, man. It's just there's just something about it. It's just really catchy. It's really like theatrical. It's called Baby Metal.
Hey, I know that one.
Yeah. So like, man, it's like I don't know. It's weird. It's like you see it and you're like, fuck, I'm not gonna like this.
So
and then they start playing it. Like you play the music, right? And I'm like, okay, I get it. I like the band is really good. Like I'm like, okay, great. And then they start dancing and they start singing, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what they're saying, but it's cool. It's got a good melody. And then I listen to other songs and I'm like, okay, this is catchy as fuck. And I like it. And like even their music videos are really great. And I don't know if you've seen like other metal bands from Japan, but all their music videos they're just so cinematic and they're theatrical and they're really fucking dark too. Like some of that shit's crazy. But yeah, that's
okay. So maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that Baby Metal was the band that sort of got popular in the West through a YouTube video they did or a music video they did with like some like tall Caucasian kind of like chubby guy who was in the whole metal emo getup. I shouldn't say metal emo because someone would kill me, but yeah, so he had like the eyeliner and all that, and he had the spiked hair and like it like
I've seen that video.
yeah,
I saw
is
it
that
on
Baby
YouTube.
Metal? Do you know?
Yeah, that's Baby Metal.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's my exposure to
that. Yeah, well, just go to if anybody is interested, just go to YouTube, type in Baby Metal. I think it's like one word, and there's a video that they have that I really like. It's actually their newest song on their newest album. It's called Karate. Man, like that's pretty cool, man. It hits pretty hard. So if you listen to it, you want to turn it up a little bit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, other than that, I mean, nothing really sticks out. I know I rant, but sorry for ranting. When I start talking about like the stuff that I really like, I get kind of passionate about it.
Sure.
And I kind of just keep talking.
I honestly avoid conversations like that because I feel really stupid after, because I get so passionate and just like go on a giant tangent where I'm like blah 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 blah, and this band is so great and they did this and this, and it's like Oh man, I feel
Like,
stupid.
and it's just like, it's just, and it's something that always wanted to put like on the show. It's just something like I wanted to do, like talk about music, because I love to talk about music. Music, like I said, music's my bloodline. I'm very passionate about it. And man, if I could just, like, if you want to, like, if somebody was like, hey, what do you know about music? I could literally do a whole fucking podcast separate from this.
I could do a podcast on
music.
jazz, and then how much I love a lot of other music.
Yeah, exactly. But
no, I feel you.
yeah.
I'm right there with you. Music has helped me through so much.
Yeah, man.
And continues to do so.
I was a band nerd growing up, so it's like, yeah,
Yeah. Yep, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. What did you play?
I played the clarinet.
Really?
I wish I played the violin, and I wish I played the guitar, and I wish I played the keyboard or like the piano. But yeah, I played clarinet for like 12 years, or I think 11.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know. I was on the drum line. Like,
nice.
Yeah, I playing for a while, but
do you still?
Yeah, man. Who, me? Oh, I'm washed up, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'm old, man. Yeah, I can't. I could probably still play, man. I just got to get my chops back. I haven't played in so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yeah, man. Once you learn, so here's the thing. People, I know I'm getting way off topic.
That's fine.
Sorry, but like, here's the thing. If you can sit down and you can learn the basics of a keyboard, so a keyboard, if you could play a keyboard and you can read the music, you can literally you can read any kind of music.
I mean,
what I'm saying is it's the keys. The keyboard is the most basic key structure as far as chords.
Yeah, it's a pure. I forget what that's called, but it's like pure structure. So it actually has every single note displayed out that you can what's that called? Transpose or whatever that on. Yeah, transpose that on another instrument, and all the different keys, all different notes on that will be the same as what's on the piano. So yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, the music's written for that particular instrument, but it comes from the keyboard. Yeah.
I don't know if you could sight read or not. I guess you didn't say sight read, but I don't know if you're able to read just any music from other instruments, because they have different like tonal notation and like how you achieve a certain effect with like the bagpipes would be completely different from like a trombone, which is completely different from. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyways, so band nerd talk is over with.
That's fine.
All right, so you got anything else you want to add before we? Yeah. All right. So if you guys don't know, we're going to be doing the Saint 14 charity stream on May the 19th at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you don't, you're actually a lot better at this than I am, Kraken. So if you want to.
I actually don't remember. I didn't prepare. So let me try to add a little bit. The Saint 14 project is doing another stream on the May 19th for the Stack Up organization, which is mental services for veterans, which is something, it's really needed. It's definitely a worthy cause. Yeah. So we are going to be on that. Go ahead and contact us at DFCpod on Twitter, or comment in this YouTube video. If you'd like to be on that and you're in the tacos, because we can see about getting you in the stack order, but or the work order, whatever No Face called it. But that's something to look forward to. We're happy to get in there and help the Stack Up organization get some donations, because mental health is something that is not talked about enough.
It's not, and it's actually becoming like I'm seeing a lot more people talk about it.
Yeah.
Like just like in the gaming community, and what's cool because I saw the stackup.org that they actually have, if you're listening to this and you're in the Austin area, South by Southwest is going on right now, and in their gaming area, there is actually a StackUp.org booth right now.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, they have their own booth right now, and IGN's out there, and it's just a whole. But it's really cool to see that out there, and that they're supporting the cause. So yeah,
very cool.
So yeah, so if you want to contact us at DFC Pod on Twitter, and then we have YouTube as well, and I think also No Face is working on the RSS feed for iTunes, so hopefully we're going to be getting on iTunes soon as well. So kind of expand that out a little bit. Well, anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
Just thanks for listening, and I hope everyone's having a good time. And we're almost to summer, and I'm really looking forward to that because it's going to be sunny.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.